Hi everybody, 8th of November, another day in my daily diaries now of I'm coping with the loss of my wife due to Parkinson's. I'm feeling much better today. Not sure if I've mentioned it, but I've had man flu the last couple of days. Just in case I haven't mentioned it, I thought I'd just let you know. Anyway, no, I've been alright today. I stayed in bed late again. I didn't get up till 11:30, 12:15. Just in time to get some breakfast and then watch my football. And then what did I do then? I got up. Oh yeah, I got a shower, got myself ready, got myself dressed, and I got out. I just needed to get out. I said I'm okay now anyway, so I got over that. Just something still lingering, but that's about all. I needed to get out. I was sat in the house for the last few days. It's done me head in. So, but it's done me good. I went out and I got, what did I do? I just went straight into Cleveland's little town centre. Got the rest of the Christmas cards that I was missing. I took myself a little list, ticked them off as I bought them. So that's the best way to do it. I'm not going to forget again. Or hopefully I got everything I need is on my list. So fingers crossed. I'm not missing any now. So I'll get them filled in next day. So hopefully not at 5:30, 5:15 in the morning, like the other day. But when I was in the the card shop, and it's like I just thought I'm not looking forward to New Year, or New Year's Eve, shall I say. I want the New Year to come and get this year out of the way. You know, it's been a naff year completely, this 2025. So the sooner 2026 gets here, the better. But I mean, Christmas hasn't been what we say time to celebrate for us anyway for 10 years now. Since we lost our son Christmas Day, but we used to sort of enjoy New Year's Eve. We stopped going out New Year's Eve sort of donkeys years ago, but we used to sit in of an evening and we used to watch Jools Holland bringing New Year in, Hogmanay I think he calls it. And we used to really enjoy watching it, and I'd have a few drinks because Angie never drunk. She always pretended she was one time she will drink a Baileys, and every Christmas so you do the shopping and get a bottle of Baileys in, but she never did. She never did. She always said she would, but I will this year. The amount of bottles of Baileys cream I've ended up giving away mid-year, unopened. I don't know. Because she's teetotal, and she always has been. Always has been. But, yeah, so, and she'd have a cup of tea and a coffee, and we'd have a bit of cake and something, just enjoy the evening between us. And then obviously as the bells, the bells chime at 12 o'clock, we'd sort of, just get together a little bit and just, have a squeeze and sometimes a bit of a tea. But in general, yeah, that was our night. We'd enjoy our night. We'd sit up till, 2, 3 o'clock some mornings. And then have a lazy New Year's Day. If people weren't coming round or we weren't going somewhere, then, and I found, I was going through an iPad. She had an iPad. She hasn't used it for a few years, obviously, because she's been unable to for the last couple anyway. I was going through that a couple of weeks back, and I found a little video where some family members had come round to ours on the New Year's Eve. I think it was might have been the year after we lost our son. It couldn't have been that far after anyway. And somebody had recorded it, all singing "Auld Lang Syne" and Angie's, shouting "Happy New Year, Happy New Year." So I was thinking of that while I'm buying the Christmas cards and all today. So yeah, I want to get this year out of the way, but obviously I've got to go through New Year's Eve as well. So I don't know what I'll do or what I'll be feeling. I don't know. I'll cross that bridge in a few weeks when I come to it. Anyway, yeah. So I went into Cleveland's and got me cards, like I said, and then I just went in the cafe and had a coffee and a toasted tea cake. Just a walk up and down, the main street, so have a bit of fresh air. And then I had an extremely long walk along the promenade. Just it was going dark as well. It started to go cold, but I loved it. And then I sat on one of the stone benches for ages, what seemed like a long time. And it was only because I had still had my shorts on. It was only because I was starting to feel the cold that I got up, made a move. Otherwise, I'd have still been there. Really, really nice night. Not rainy, just going cold, and the clouds were just floating by, and just really nice, really nice. Felt good, and especially when we've been stuck in for the last few days anyway. So yeah, and then I got in the car and just drove further up along the promenade and parked up again, just watching the sea. I spent 20 minutes, half an hour sat in the car. Just had the engine running for a while just to warm it up, and then just sat pondering and doing what you do. And then I called to Chippy on my way home, just last spur of the moment thing. I've got chips and spicy curry. Brought them home and a big mug of tea and some slices of bread. Just thoroughly enjoyed them. Yeah. I'm just looking at a photograph again here on the table. I'm going to try and get over to, well, I'm not trying, I'm going to get over to Angie's garden first on Monday, before I get over to the funeral directors to pick up that paperwork and pick the pendant that I'm having a fingerprint put on, and just want some words I'm going to have engraved on the back of it. So I'll have to think of that tomorrow. Granddaughter's coming over tomorrow with her too. So they go into the local Poppy Day thing first morning at 11 o'clock. She takes them there every year, which I'm really glad about. I mean, they've always, from even like Cordelia and the others growing up, they've always seen me, proudly wearing my Poppy and on about, honouring the dead in the wars and stuff all through the years. So it's had a knock-on effect. She now does it with her too. Excuse me. And then they're going to come over here. So I'm thinking I might, depending on how I feel it morning, I might get up and go into Cleveland's myself for the 11 o'clock remembrance thing. Because there's a little monument in Cleveland's. So they'll have something going on there. Or I might just sit in and watch the main one at London Cenotaph on TV, I don't know, and then go into Cleveland's on the actual 11th on, it'll be Tuesday, won't it? 9, 10, 11 Tuesday. Yeah, so I might do that. I might do it that way around. Stay in it morning and go into Cleveland's actually on the 11th. We did for a good few years go down to the National Arboretum in Stafford on Poppy Sundays. That's a really enjoyable day, and we used to love doing that. Spend the full day down there. Yeah, we were there for the end of the 100 years for the end of the First World War. We went down. That was a good day. We stayed in a hotel overnight the night before. It just remembers, you see, that you think of all the time that's coming up. I know. Hey, bloody hell, woman. We've done quite a bit, over the years. We have. Right, I'm going to crack on now. I'm going to get my shower and get my loungers on and chill for the evening. I cut my own hair again yesterday, can you tell? I must stop doing this. I must go and find a barber's. The cheapskate. Let's go and find a local barbers and do it. Angie used to cut my hair for years and years and years, and then when she lost the ability to do it, I started doing it myself, but I've got to stop it. I've got to stop cutting my own hair, you know, so what I need to do is sort of, I don't know, I can dig some photos out and have a look at how I want it doing again. My neighbour across the road actually sent me a text last night, a WhatsApp thing. Hope you're okay. You know, do you fancy calling for a drink? I replied, I said, oh, by all means I would have done, but I've had this this thing called man flu for a couple of days, you know, so I'm staying in and just fighting it off. And I should reply today, you know, it's okay, can drink plenty of fluids and so on and so on. So I said, but today's my last day with it, I think. So that, again, that was good of her. That was good of her, nice neighbour. Nice neighbours, yeah. Right, one more story that I thought of last night. I've got a couple that I've started to write down, but years ago we used to go take grandkids out shopping and spending the Christmas money. We used to go to Trafford Centre in Manchester quite a lot. Anyway, one year we all went down there. There's me, Angie, and four grandkids. Yeah, when they were grandkids, no great grandkids, and these were just grandkids. And we'd go down and we'd get something to eat while we're there, and let them spend the money in all shops, whatever they wanted to buy, with trainers or clothes or whatever. We was going for something to eat, and there's me Poppy. Yeah, there's me Poppy. And as we were walking through, going down to the eating place, Ricky Hatton comes walking up with his missus. And right out of the blue, I looked and glanced at him. Angie never said a thing. She didn't even say, oh, look, Ricky Hatton or anything. She's linking me. She left go on me, walked over. So now, remember, Angie, she had a good dig on her. And she punched him in the chest. She just bumped right in the chest. Like, all right, Ricky, she said. And he went like that, oof. And his missus looked at him. He looked at his missus, looked at Angie, looked at me, and I thought, I nearly said, she ain't with me. And he just said, yeah, not bad. I carried on walking. Just mad things like that. Mad things like that she got up to. And grandkids still talk about it today now. You know, Grandad, you remember when Nan just punched Ricky Hatton? And this was when he was, you know, he was at the top of his game. You know, mad. Absolute mad woman, she was. You know, but that's one of why we all loved her. Right, so on that one, happy note again, I'll get off. I'm going to get myself sorted out and get settled in for the night, get me lounges on and see what's on TV. Try and watch something and have a nice chat with Mr. Daniels, I think, tonight, because I'm due one. I've been having short chats with him. So I might have a nice long chat with him. I'll see you tomorrow. And you take care now. Bye.